Hey everybody, Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a craft supply inventory using Airtable. So Airtable is a web-based, I don't even know what to call it. I guess software platform. Yeah, I guess it's a platform. It's a web-based platform. It's kind of like a web-based spreadsheet is the way I really kind of think about it. It is free. I'm going to go here before I even log in and show you about the pricing. This is a free plan. I am using this plan for my inventory as well as the template that I have and what I'm going to show you. So you get unlimited bases. I will show you what that is. You get 1,000 records per base, which is how you can continue to use the free plan even if you have a lot of supplies. You get up to 5 editors, which means you can share it with up to 5 people with editing privileges. A gigabyte of attachments because you can attach photos to Airtable. Automation runs in an interface designer, which we're not really going to get into for these purposes. So you are completely able to just use the free plan to do what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to log in. I actually have an Airtable account that's really just set up for me to share templates with to make sure they work, as well as to record this video. I will log in and show you what my actual craft supply inventory looks like. So when you log into Airtable, and create your account, this is what it's going to look like. We can get rid of this little notification because I don't need a team plan. I need to verify the email address for this, but that's not a problem. I'm going to be able to do what we want to do. And you're going to go down here and you're going to click the create button. And then it's going to say, where do you want to start? Select a workspace. You can name a workspace or you can just use the default. And then we're just going to start from scratch. So you're going to come to a screen that looks like this. It's going to give you all kinds of options over here. You can import information. You can use templates for things. We're not going to do any of that. We're just going to start from scratch. So we're just going to exit out of that. And here you'll see it looks kind of like a spreadsheet. You've got columns, you've got rows, and that's essentially all we're really going to be working with. All of these are renameable. You can add more, which we'll do here in a second. There, you can filter, you can change the order, you can do all of the things, right? So we're going to change this to supply type. And then you can determine what you want it to be, single line of text, long text, date, number, anything like that. We're just going to keep it single line of text. Don't really need to add a description, but you can if you want to. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to change this to brand or manufacturer. I have this in mind for a very specific reason, which we'll talk about. And then we're going to add quantity. This is going to be a number. You don't have to do it that way, but you can. Formatting, select a preset. Just want numbers, no decimal points. Don't really have to worry about any of the rest of that. We're going to put color, just in case you might need that. This is also going to be just a single line of text. Here we're going to add our rows. We're going to add location. We'll do it this way, location stored. This is going to be single line of text. These are just the fields that I'm using. You do not have to use any of these. If there are other things you want, you can add them. But I just wanted to give you several different sort of fields so you could kind of see how it works. Date purchased. And then we're going to add a column for photo because you can add attachments, which we're going to do. And you'll see that it freezes on this first column. When I use the bottom scroll bar, it goes along like that. You can make this bigger or smaller depending on what you need. We can move this over so that I can see everything on the screen. I can also move this menu section, this menu column over here, it's called views, can make that a little smaller so that I can see everything on the screen. So you've got a lot of flexibility in terms of what you do. It auto saves, so you don't have to worry about that. We're going to name the base craft supply inventory. So I just came up here and clicked, and it automatically pops up. You can change the color, which is kind of fun. You don't have to. I don't know why it's telling me to do that. Okay, I guess some colors are only available if you're on an upgraded plan, which is really kind of dumb. Sorry, Airtable. So we're going to leave mine purple. Okay, so we're going to go in and we are going to enter our first supply type. And I am going to enter in stamp set. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I'm missing a column. So I'm going to add a column for name. This is going to be single line of text. And I'm going to move it all the way over here. So if you see, you just click on it, hold it down on your mouse, and it's just a drag and drop function, and you can change the order of your columns. So stamp set, and brand or manufacturer, I'm going to say Scrappy Boy Stamps because that's where most of my stamp sets come from. And we are going to say, I'll be there for you. Quantity is 1, color is NA. You can just leave it blank. Location stored, that's in my closet. Date purchased would have been December 2023, but I can go back and do that if I decide I want to do that. And I'm going to show you how to add a picture. It's not going to be the real picture. I probably do have a picture of it somewhere. We're just going to grab my headshot and upload it. And that picture will be in there. So you can see a little bit of it on, in the Airtable. You can see like a mini little copy of the picture. If you click on it, it'll give you the whole thing. So then we are I'm going to show you why I entered quantity. Some of you know I have a bit of an obsession with Scrappy Boy, and I buy a lot of their colored die cuts to go along with the stamp sets and the paper packs, especially the ones that I know I'm going to use a lot. And it's probably not a joke that I have 5 of the I'll Be There For You colored die cuts, 5 packages of those, and those are in my scrap rack. Again, I have the date purchased and a receipt, and I can add the picture, which I wasn't going to do. We're going to come over here and we're going to say we're going to die, or actually no, I'm going to say stencil, also Scrappy Boy. Gothic window, because I know I have one of those. It's just 1 NA, and that is also in my closet. And so here you can go down and add other things. You can add a calendar, a Gantt chart. This is all really mostly for a lot of work-related functionality, a lot of job and team-related functionality, which you could absolutely do. But you don't really need a lot of that stuff. You can add a record down here, or you can just go up here and add a new one right here. It gives you both options there. Either way really works. And then you can sort by any of your fields, and it will tell you if it's sorted, which field you're sorted by. So it'll highlight in this color. So right now I have it sorted A to Z. I can go back and sort Z to A. This is all going to kind of sort out the same because it's all Scrappy Boy. But then I can come here and tell it, nope, I want to sort it by name Z to A and then supply type Z to A, but I can change the order of that. So make it do supply type first, then by name, which is how it was to begin with. You can filter, and then you can tell it with a quantity that equals 1 or is less than 1. So anything where I have a quantity of 1, it's going to give me that. If I had color in here, you could do that. We're gonna clear the filter on this. Let's see. There we go. So if you just click where it's right here where it says filtered by quantity, if I just delete that, it takes the filter off and gives me back everything else. I could filter by where things are stored, filter by date purchased. So the thing that's nice about Airtable is that it is accessible online, which means that you can get to it from a computer, you can get to it from an iPad or your phone. So if you are out shopping, you can look something up and see, do I have this? How many do I have? Et cetera, et cetera. You could add a field for price, all those kinds of things. So thinking back about how you would use this on the free version, if you have a whole lot of stuff and you want to get it all into your Airtable, what you would do is you would go in back to your workspaces, and instead of creating one base that's a supply inventory base for everything, you're going to create a base, say, that is just for your stencils. Now, you don't have to have more than 1,000 stencils to do this, but this will give you the freedom to continue to use the free version and make sure you still have everything. So you're going to keep your name there. You're going to keep your brand or manufacturer. We don't need supply type because we are in the base for just the stencils. So you might want your quantity. So we're going to go back to make that a number. And then again, you might want your location, so you can put in where it's stored. You don't have to. And then if you want a photo or date of purchase like we did on the other one, we're going to make that a date field because it just works better. And then the photo. And we're going to make that the attachment field. And then you would just come in. And so like on the other table, I had the Gothic window. So I'm just going to put that here. Scrappy Boy. I have one. It's in the closet. Don't know the date of purchase off the top of my head. I'm going to go back and edit this field so that it does not have decimal places because I don't need that. And then you would go through and you would put all of your stencils on this base. And you could put up to 1,000 stencils on this base. And then you would create another base for rubber stamps and another base for die cuts or dies, cutting dies, your inks. So if you have a lot and you are concerned about exceeding that 1,000 record maximum in just an overall inventory, the way you get around that and continue to use the free version is by just creating multiple bases, and you have unlimited bases on the free version. So this is also really good if you are a craft business owner and you need to keep your personal inventory separate from your business inventory. You can create separate bases. You can have a business supply inventory, personal supply inventory, or a business stencils, personal stencils, business inks, personal inks. And in the business one, you can create all kinds of information that will help you track your inventory and sales and anything like that if you wanted to do that. So I am going to log out of this and log into my Airtable account and show you what mine looks like. I am in the process of taking all of mine from Excel into Airtable, as well as doing some other things. So I have a template, which I'll talk about in a second, but this is my catalog. I am not, so you'll see it's all right now sorted by supply type. So I have my color die cuts, I have dye, ink pads, paper packs, my typo there, my stamp set, stencils, what type of stencil, because I have some layering stencils and window stencils. And then, by manufacturer, name, quantity. Oh, category. I forgot. Yep, I have category on mine. So I store my supplies by alphabet, color, theme, which I guess really is what this should be, or season. And so for these things, this is how they're going to be. I really probably don't need color on here except for my inks, which I could actually put in a separate base. And then I've been taking pictures and adding them in, which I need to update. I have the pictures on my phone. I just haven't put them into the Airtable, as well as the location, because I'm kind of moving things around in my craft room. So this is what this looks like. If you have questions, please put them in the comments on the video, and I will be happy to come back and answer them. If I need to do another video and go more in depth with it, I will absolutely do that. If you like the idea of an Airtable inventory, I do have a template that is available in my Etsy store. It includes an Airtable template and an Excel template, which you can upload into Google Sheets, or if you have OneDrive or Dropbox, you can upload it and access it that way so that it's also accessible online. So I will link to that in the video description. And I am also going to do a video on how to use Excel. So if Airtable just feels like a little too much for you, I'm going to do a video on how to do this in Excel. And so keep an eye on that. That'll be up in the next couple of days. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I'd love to know what you think. Is this helpful? Did you like this? Are you using any type of supply inventory already? I'd love to know that in the comments. And please let me know if you have any questions for me and if there's anything that would be beneficial for me to dig a little deeper and go back more in depth on how to do this in Airtable. All right, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to y'all later.